Mrs. Archana Vishwanath, to address this gathering on this occasion.
Mrs. Nivedita Rajan, international basketball player, dear parents and my colleagues. How does it feel to see your kids with that wonderful display? Today when we were sitting here and watching on the stage, it gave me goosebumps. It is indeed a wonderful feeling, amazing feeling to see all the children perform their displays so well. And for this, I think the full credit goes to all the kindergarten teachers for having trained the children so well. It's not an easy task. Hours and hours of training sessions for the kids and giving them the necessary instructions since the last 1 month. I must congratulate all the fundamental teachers and the sports coaches for having put their best foot forward, and also the children. They were so well behaved today. They performed all the necessary instructions so well in the school quadrangle. And I think that's the beauty of exposing our children to sports. The kind of early exposure that is given to sports is so important. I would like to quote Michael Jordan. Never say never. Limits, like fears, are often illusions. It's so true. The school has mapped an extensive sports curriculum for the children as early years, 2 years. As parents, you might question, can a 2-year-old play sports? See, in this particular age group, we are not looking at teaching the children the necessary technical skills. It's about seeing a happy child socialize. It's about seeing a confident child follow the necessary instructions on the sports ground, which is so important. Pediatricians, sports medicine experts, and research has found a direct link between children who play organized sports and to their levels of focus, to their classroom engagement as they get into adolescence. Children who are continuously exposed to organized sports or to playing sports have better levels of concentration. They tend to have better self-confidence and tend to develop positive traits in them. We are not looking at creating champions here at Jain Heritage School, though that's one of our long-term objectives. We are looking at children who are able to better themselves, become good human beings, or develop positive traits, which is the need of the hour. And as parents, I would urge you to develop a healthy lifestyle by inculcating sports as part of your daily routine. It's also about family sports. It is about exposing your child, even at the tender age of 4 years, taking the child out to play structured sports. It's so important. The school has again invested a lot of time in preparing the sports curriculum, and we see a lot of benefits in the long term. And the school has again mapped a roadmap for all the children from kindergarten till the higher grades. Dear parents, as we all know, sports is a career by itself. It was not the case several years ago, and I'm sure Nivedita would agree with me. She's played at the highest level, represented the country at various international meets, and now she's one of the very few Indian sportsmen to again do very well in academics, and now she's a professor of psychology in Mount Carmel College. Wonderful. Her daughter plays tennis. She's a national level tennis player, and she was just sharing with me that she's a very good in academics and she's a topper in a college. So that's wonderful. So we're not even looking at children balancing sports and other activities. We are looking at children who excel in academics, plus they are able to juggle other activities. And here we are not only talking about sports, we are talking about children doing well in other activities. And here at Fundamentals, we take a lot of care to see that the necessary exposure is given, the right kind of platform is given for children to perform, to exhibit their talents. And dear parents, even here, we are not looking at children to do well at the competitive level. We are just looking at them being able to perform, to exhibit their talents. In case we train them too much, they are going to burn out too much at an early age. It's the early exposure at phased levels. Again, when they come to upper kindergarten or advanced fundamentals, we expose them to the different kind of specialized sports. And from grade 1, they get into full-fledged sports training along with their other activities in the school. So the school can identify the children, give them the necessary exposure which is required at an early age. As and when we start identifying the children, it is important that parents pitch in and take it forward. Sports is, again, achieving in sports is a long-term process. 8 to 10 years it takes of dedicated sports training to reach a certain level, especially in this competitive world. Expectations are high from parents and the coaches. We are not looking at the children becoming champions. Of course, there are goals laid out for them. We are looking at children developing sports as a part of their lifestyle and inculcating it as and when they move forward. It's so important. What are the advantages of this? They are off from the social media, they are off from their cartoon networks or the televisions. So it's important that we inculcate